You've worked at the relationship for years. Years. You knew that drugs were disrupting the reliability of it, your reliability in it, and that it was, but they were too important to you. For the blokes, for the women, their alcohol and drugs and other forms of self-sedation were more important than building, a strong, healthy, profitable relationship. One where you profited in health, in mental health, and one where you profited in your work. Because what happens is the habits, the foolish, silly, useless habits, they're only useful for wasting yourself, consume the money that was supposed to go into assets. Now, there's people that come out of great families, good families, and you wonder how did they get caught in that lifestyle? What happened? It's sin. The sin that dwells within us, our sinful nature. It doesn't matter how you've been raised, it doesn't matter what you've suffered or haven't suffered. If you're not aware of sin working within you, of the personality disorders working within you, if you want to put it in psychological terms, narcissism or borderline, or all these things they try and use as excuses for sin, and you're not aware that these things are working in you, then that leaves you at the mercy of what these things do to you. And they attack relationships. And destroy the things that are important to you. That's what they do. That's how it works. So where's that leave you? It means you need to wake up. Okay? You need to wake up. Now, let's take, for example, we're coming up to the US election 2024, Harris versus Trump. Right? It's not about the personality and character of these people. It's about who can run the country. And Kamala Harris will not be able to run that country. She's been there for the last 4 years, and her track record has proven that she will not do anything. 10 million people. And a fair few are criminals. 10 million. Can you imagine trying to manage 10 million migrants? That's a third of the population of Australia. She hasn't done that. She's had the power to do it. She was in charge of the border. She just blatantly hasn't done it. Now, the evil and the gall and the lack of self-awareness of this woman, she's had the hide to blame Donald Trump for her incompetencies. That's how evil works. That's called overt evil. She's just overtly in front of the world showing her evil and lack of responsibility and accountability, which means she will not be able to run that country efficiently. And it goes a whole lot deeper than that. All the consequences of her policies, negligent policies. That's how evil works. If you're not aware, if you're not awake to what's going on inside you, and you're not awake, like most people, to what's going on around them, no clue of what's going on around them, wouldn't know if the sun was rising or at the east or the west, you end up making wrong decisions or allowing people to make decisions around you that impact you. I know grown women that are in the later part of their life, that allow insolent, foolish children to make decisions for them, decisions that are clearly and blatantly wrong, and they just follow the children along like they're divine. And it's just one mistake after another, and this gets passed on to generations, and then a black sheep will come along and go, oh, hey, hang on, I'm not falling for this, and all hell breaks loose. So people lose relationships solely out of the pretense that they just don't want and will not and do not wake up. They don't want to wake up. They don't want to wake up to themselves. We've all been told by our parents to wake up to ourselves. Well, if they were any good, you were told. If their parenting was any good. A lot of people let too much stuff go now. That means they don't care. When you let things go, close your eyes and put your hand over your ears or your face and just hope that things are going to go away, you don't care. You're not taking assertive action to fix the situation. And that's why people end up with nothing and go nowhere, or things go wrong for them. And you want to be careful, because you could be injured. You could be maimed by all the trouble and nonsense and rubbish and time wasting that comes out of your relationship. You have to be awake. You have to wake up to what's going on around you and what's going on within you. And you have to be proactive about staying on the path you need to be on to make sure your mental health is safe, your physical health is safe. Stay away from these abusive people. I've got a friend that's a bricklayer, like myself, but I won't go and work for him. I'll be his friend and everything, but I won't work for him because he's too abusive. He's got standards that he can't even attain to himself. Come on, mate, keep with me, please. Come on. So I stay away from him. He rang me up the other day and said, would you please come and work for me? And I said, no, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for him. And some people just aren't going to be good enough in a relationship for you. And they'll tell you that, and you keep persisting, and they turn out not to be good enough. You leave them people alone. They're not capable of doing the right thing in the relationship with you and for you. So you need to stay out of places that you don't belong.